mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X Podcast. I'm Malcolm. This is the Black Dot in the building.
In the flesh.
Thank you guys for joining us. I see a quick roll call to Ohio in the building.
Yes.
I see ATL.
St. Louis in the building.
Chi-Town in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Delaware.
Yep. Chicago's in the building.
Thank you guys.
Florida's in the building.
Tucson, Arizona in the building. I said it right. Right?
Alabama, Cincinnati's in the building.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate it.
Oaktown is in the building. Much appreciated for everybody's presence here. We are the #1 father and son podcast
on the planet.
On the planet. And we thank you for spending time with us.
I don't see nobody else.
I don't see nobody else. That makes us #1. Pole position.
That's it.
That's it.
Thank you guys for joining. How was your weekend, sir?
Weekend went by kind of quick.
Yes, it did.
But other than that, man, pretty good, pretty quiet.
Yes.
Not a lot of niggerism going on.
Yeah, and that's bad for business.
That's bad for business. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, because funeral homes need people to die. Fire department need fires. New York, the police department is lit right now.
Yeah.
They got crime. They like, yo, keep this shit going.
They busy.
They busy.
Yeah. And
here we are, our podcast is based on information, knowledge, and this and that, but we need to top it off with a little bit of niggerism, and we're a little slow.
Yes, just a little bit.
It's like these niggas are trying to get their shit together. So, kind of bullshit is this?
But yeah, my weekend went by kind of quick too. I think I'm getting a little bug, got a little sniffles. So,
Shit.
But I'm about to fight through it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Listen, man, am I?
Okay.
I think Noble gave it to me though, because
he be in them daycares and shit, and they just be passing that shit around, and tag you in,
touching each other,
take it home to your family.
Yeah,
great. Man. I'll be back with more shit.
Yeah,
them kids, man. Them kids. So he fell off the bed a little bit, huh?
He's good though. He's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's good. Noble's a rough kid.
Yeah, but that's one of many stumbles and bumbles.
Yeah.
As the adventures of Noble continue,
he
gonna fall off the bed and this and that, and Bumper's gonna give you a little secret. This is a hack. This only works if he's not really, really hurt. Now you're watching him. He bumps his head. He'll look over to you first.
Yeah.
So you immediately look the other way.
Right.
And then he'll just go.
His pain is based off of eyesight, like
like
the T-Rex, like you don't move.
Right. Especially for women. Women see that and they immediately come, and then he just start crying.
Yeah.
But if you act like you don't see it, he'd just be like, you know what?
I'm all right.
I think I'm all right.
I'm okay.
So those are little. Now, if he's really hurt, obviously you gotta. Go over and tend to him. But many a night I ignored you. Many a night. I hit boom.
That's why I'm like this, y'all.
Yeah, many a night.
I'm like this. But yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys, before we even get started. Don't forget to visit urbanx.nyc/family to download the free ebook.
You get the free ebook. Yeah, we got some other stuff coming too, but you get the free ebook.
We got some super dope stuff coming.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We want to continue to push this narrative along that we can grow some things organically.
Yes.
Within the family structure. We want to try to rebuild family bridges when we can. If we can do both of them at the same time, that's really a plus.
Facts.
So I hope if nothing else, you've looked at your aunt and said, you know, this bitch is crazy, but she's smart as shit, man. And
right.
God damn it.
Right.
I'm going to bring her in and we're going to talk. you know, you got to start looking at family just a little bit different.
Right.
So we want to share these things with you as we learn them, because what I notice is a lot of the financial gurus and the financialers, we can call them, they start so high now. You want to make 6 figures and 7 figures, and I'm like, they just leave so much space in between here and there. Like I told you, if black excellence is the destination, you know, in parentheses, then urban excellence is the journey. It's so much to accomplish before you establish yourself. So it's the same thing in this financial game. We're starting from the bottom. So
yeah, and it's so many people. They just hit us up. They just want to know how to start. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, how do I just listen, I know, you know, this person over here is teaching how to do these amazing things, but how do you just start?
And these people are millionaires. But how do you start?
Yeah.
We are going to cook something up to just get the ball rolling, because there's a lot of space available and quiet is kept. Once you get your ball rolling, man, next thing you know, you're doing your own thing and you generated another source of income for you, or you just fulfilling a destiny within yourself.
Facts.
To do what you need to do, man. So yeah, they left a lot of space in between, man. Ain't nobody talking about 5 figures. What's wrong with 5 figures?
True that.
You know what I mean? Before I make 6 figures, what's wrong about, you know, LLC? What's wrong, you know, with just, you know, securing my name and all the small things. So I applaud them for the destination, but we're about the journey here in everything we do. So we thank you for supporting that.
And let's get started.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So over the weekend, NFL quarterback Dwayne Haskins passed away as a result of a car accident, or he got hit by a car. He got hit by
a garbage truck.
A truck, yeah. And, you know, obviously super unexpected. Young player, had a lot of promise, and the news kind of got overshadowed of him passing because some people that were reporting on it were kind of
very insensitive,
very tasteless about it. Adam Schefter, who's been in the news like a lot lately.
Jill Nevels, thank you so much.
Thank you for the super chat. Who's been in the news a lot lately just by how he's reporting stuff, or he's jumping the gun, or he's just dead ass wrong about something. He reported on Dwayne Haskins passing away, but then included that he struggled in the NFL, and it was very like, I saw it and just kind of go, what the hell? And then like I just kind of like went past it because I was just more concerned with him passing. Like, wow,
absolutely.
But obviously his family, his friends, and people who cared about him are like, yo, what's good with you?
And there's another old time journalist,
Gil Brandt,
who he doubled down, was even worse.
Yeah, he was even worse. He was just like, well, like, yeah, you do stupid things in traffic and that's what happens, or it's always something with this kid. Or
it was very insensitive.
That was disgusting.
And black people don't play that.
Yeah.
We really don't. Don't get me wrong. If a celebrity passes away, we do have a certain portion of our community that want to go right in on conspiracy. What happened, this and that. But for the majority of the time, we have a code that go, listen, because I know we do here. We're going to let that breathe, because I can already hear the people in the chat. We want to send our deepest condolences out to him and his family. Young man, made it to the NFL. You know what I mean? Was out training, you know what I'm saying? Sort of like off season. Yeah, getting in shape with some of the players from Pittsburgh.
And he got drafted. I remember when he got drafted because he went to Ohio State. And he got drafted, he got drafted by the Redskins. And I think he was from that area, from the D.C. area.
Yes.
And his family was just so happy, like, yo,
dude, do you know what that is?
Yeah, you're like a hometown hero.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and I don't know why he was walking. I think against the traffic. I don't know the details.
Idea what the details
if somebody does understand, what they are, please, just kind of let us know. So we just wanted to make sure we recognized him as an individual who didn't do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? Who was maybe at the wrong place at the wrong time. For sure. And some of these garbage trucks, especially if they private. You ever almost get run over by one of them green trucks?
No.
The mob owned them trucks. Man, it's crazy. They'll cut you off. One time I threw my regular garbage and they threw that shit back out. They only pick up private garbage. A lot of them be, not suggesting that, they were driving haphazardly because I don't know all the details about it. But it was just kind of weird. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we want to definitely send our deepest condolences outright. He was thanks, Kamal. I know he was out there training with the Steelers and stuff. And, he was out early in the morning. And so, and shame on these.
It's just damn, it's unfortunate, right? Like,
yeah.
I saw his Instagram stories from the day before, him working out his people.
Yeah. He was having fun.
It's like, damn, like the next day.
It can all happen so fast. You got to love the ones, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You got to just be thankful for some of the stuff.
Do you think Adam Schefter should be fired?
I think Adam Schefter, looking at some of the other stuff he's done, something's got to take place, man, because he's made some racial disparaging remarks in the past.
Really?
Yeah, I think he said something about, I forget who he covers football.
Yes, he covers football.
He made a few remarks, if memory serves me correct, and I'm like, why would he, so they're probably not going to fire him. This other dude, Gil Brandt, is probably on his way out.
Somebody said he's 90, so yeah.
Yeah, he's on his way out. And if he's 90, then you know what his mindset is. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he tried to apologize.
Yeah, that was insensitive. Get out of here. You know what I mean? So
I do think Adam Schefter, he probably should be suspended because he has been, like this year, like he's been in the news way more than an analyst should be in the news.
Right.
Like way more. Like you shouldn't even be heard. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So,
we're bringing in a surprise guest. Sorry. Oh, okay. Let's see who it is.
Everybody losing points.
Oh, we're not?
Everybody losing points.
Oh, everybody losing points
everybody
today?
Losing
points. Oh, okay. Hey, we're back.
Yeah. So, rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins.
Yes.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, I don't know if you guys have been hearing whispers, right? So apparently there's a new Omicron subvariant that they say is going around. And Philadelphia actually reinstated their indoor mask mandate. A lot of other states are trying to... That's the first major city to do so.
Okay.
So a lot of other states are kind of watching. People are kind of watching to see what's happening. But right now in Shanghai, China, they have one of the most... strict lockdowns you ever heard of. Like they can't even leave their apartments. Before when they were locked down before, they were able to leave their house, get delivery, go back inside. Now they can't even leave their apartment.
Wow.
And then somebody sent the video of a drone flying around, and somebody got the translation because they were talking through the drone, and basically saying like, "Don't follow your spirit for freedom, stay inside." Ew.
Oh, that's bad.
People can't get food deliveries. People can't get a lot of things. And surprisingly enough, their population isn't that vaccinated. So people they're saying like maybe that's the reason why they're doing that or things like that. Or because they have a really old population as well. So they're saying like, they're trying to kill people off because that's forceful. That's complete totalitarianism where I can... No matter what, I can make sure you don't leave your apartment. That's crazy.
That's China, right?
China, yeah.
Uh-oh. Can we hear each other? All right. I guess, okay. That's China.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in China, all bets is off. What they can do based on how they feel about a certain situation.
Yes.
But I told y'all that Eric Adams, who has contacted
he got the
COVID now is he was talking about drones flying around the city to police because that's going to be the future. You're going to be standing on the corner with your boys, and these drones are going to have the capability to get your face, your recognition, this, that, find out who you are. It's going to scan for weapons. So the future is here. And I'm not tying that into the situation going on in China, but the minute I hear drones now, that's what I'm thinking, because it's so much more efficient to fly a drone around.
Right.
And so now we have to, I've seen enough movies.
Yeah.
We got to know how to knock the drones out the sky.
Well, and remember in Hong Kong, I think it was Hong Kong, right? Where they were able to like do something with they had
lasers that was blinding the drones
and stuff like that. And remember, they were wearing masks before anybody. Before this whole COVID thing even started, they were wearing masks because they knew people couldn't see them and things like that.
Yes, so we're going to have to employ some of those tactics when these drones start patrolling the streets of New York. But back to the Omicron situation.
I'm just tired of this, man. Like, and because even Fauci was back on the news.
He's back
saying we might have another quarantine in the fall. I'm just like, yo, dog, I'm tired of it. Like, let it go. Let it go, bro.
And I'm also hearing, and this is just speculation, don't quote me, that a lot of Walmarts are going to be shutting down.
Well,
and those are superstores. That's dealing with food, and that's dealing with shortage, because we've been hearing whispers of a food shortage. Now, if Walmart shuts down, that's a food shortage. Or, they close 150 stores.
Well, there's like 20,000 Walmarts across the country.
Okay, so 150 is a big deal. Okay.
It's a blip, but it is something to pay attention to.
Okay, got you. And why would they be closing? Aren't they being successful everywhere they go?
No, because there's like smaller Walmart stores.
Okay, got you.
There are the superstores.
Got you.
Which the ones are you kind of familiar with? But there are smaller Walmart stores in smaller areas as well. So they're saying like some of these stores were underperforming.
Got
anyway,
you.
So they just kind
That's
of
what they're saying.
That's what they're saying.
Congratulations, right? Julius Coleman. You and your wife, 14 years. Altogether, 7 years married. I appreciate that. There's a lot of love in there. A lot of support. Tell your wife I say congrats.
So yeah. So pay attention to all of that stuff.
Yeah, the reemergence of this new variant that they know is coming for some strange reason. It's going to be stronger and more powerful. Yes.
And as a matter of fact, there was a study done that they graded every state in this country on their COVID responses and how they handled it during the pandemic and things like that. And as we expected, all of the Democrat-run states did horribly. California, New Jersey, New York, all got Fs when it comes to the economics, the death rate. Like the lockdowns didn't help the death rate. Suicide, schooling, businesses, everything in blue states collapsed while red states thrived.
And the one common denominator, so to speak, is that the red states didn't shut down.
Yeah.
Got you.
And we said this like during the pandemic. I said, yo, like everybody in these states are getting used as pawns for just a political game.
Yes, we knew that, and a lot of people cannot fathom that, Malcolm, because they go, why would our government? They believe so much in their government. Why would my government do that?
Yeah.
And have no realization that you are just a pawn in this game that they're playing, and they will use you as they see fit,
right,
to gain leverage and things of that nature. So yes, I am not surprised that because I just do basic math. I said, if this is a superbug that's killing people, why is Florida still on the map?
Yeah.
Why is Texas still on the map?
Yeah.
See, once I can't get a direct answer, because even though I make fun of linear minds thinking straight lines, there are plenty of times where I go linear. Mm-hmm. I tell my young decoders, go linear first. And if you can get your answer in a straight line, let it make sense there. There's no need for you to begin to bob and weave. And no, it's right there. So I went straight down the line and was like, Florida shouldn't be here. Texas shouldn't be here. These other states that are not putting on map, they should be gone, or the death rate's so damn high. And then they out partying, drinking. I go, something's not right.
And then congressmen from these blue states will go in to party in Houston and Miami.
Yes. Yes. So again, that just told me that something is not adding up. The math ain't mathing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where we are the ones who are protected, and our hospitals were filled with all kind of craziness. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And we're not regurgitating these conversations, but we're trying to put you on again.
Yeah, and this study, this just came out, so you're gonna see, especially with the midterms coming up and like election season is about to start ramping up, especially in the spring, summertime, and then fall is the election. But you're gonna start seeing more of these painfully obvious situations come to light. The Hunter Biden stuff is like making more of its rounds.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? This, even the Pfizer docs and stuff like that, more people are talking about them like publicly and openly.
Yes.
So just pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah, please just pay attention because everything is going to mean something
soon
in the grand scheme of this. You better believe it.
Yeah, facts.
You are tuned into the sounds.
I'll post a
of
story
Urban
for you
X.
guys.
Yes.
But as I do that, right? So there's this IG model, OnlyFans model. Her name is Courtney Clenney, something to that effect. She was arrested a couple days ago for fatally stabbing her boyfriend, and then she got 72 hours in a psychiatric ward because she said that she was going to kill herself. Now she's out. And
somebody saw her, I think, in an airport or
something? Somebody just like ran into her. But it was interesting because, like, one, why is she not in jail?
Yes.
And then two, when this initially happened, people were like, damn, like, she killed a black man and she's about to get up. And then what happened was on the timeline, people started pulling up his old tweets because apparently he had a lot of negative things to say about black women. He was one of those. Like,
oh, he was one of those.
He
still shouldn't die.
Obviously, but now there's a lot of people going, I don't give a damn.
Oh, okay. So people are turn this into something personal.
Yeah.
Okay. But see, that again, that goes to show we pick and choose.
Yeah.
Our shit is selective. If he never said that, victim consciousness would kick in, and we would be demonstrating in full Ben Crumb fashion how this white woman is getting off with these crimes against this innocent, wholesome black man. But because we don't like him, it's not a story. Goddamn black people.
And I think he's Nigerian, so it wasn't going to be.
Oh, he's he's non-alphabet too? Ah, bro.
Yeah.
So it's over. It's over. He has no shot at justice here because I'm sitting there wondering why I'm not hearing more. This is a typical white woman, Karen, you know what I mean? All-American blonde against a grisly, violent, obviously, black man.
And when she was arrested, she had his blood all over him.
Yo. Yeah. Now, this is so. I'm curious because, like I said, we pick and choose when we want to become victims or we want to take a stand against something. Mm-hmm. It's really funny shit.
So pay attention to that. I just thought it was funny. Like I said, the discourse around it when people started like showing up his tweets and things like that, and everybody just didn't care at that point. I was just like,
so they basically saying he got what he deserved.
Yeah, shouldn't have been dealing with that white girl.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So we reported last week that Elon Musk bought the majority shares of Twitter and was considering or was about to actually join their board. So people were like, "Yo, this is a step in the right direction for freedom of speech and how because he's against censorship and things like that." Now, I don't have that much faith in anybody to do. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm not gonna put my destiny in the hands of somebody else.
I could care less. But it was announced today that he is not joining the board, and people think that he's not joining the board for strategic reasons because if he joins the board, they put a cap on how many shares you can own.
So he would be strangling himself.
Yes.
In that sense. Like if it was just about money for him, he could join the board.
Right.
But if he has ambitions to...
Yeah. And he would have, obviously, fiduciary duties as a board member. So he's running Tesla, he's running SpaceX, he's running the Boring Company. Like nobody... Like he probably is doing way too much to be on that board anyway. But I'm going to read you this. This is from a memo I think that was sent to him actually from Twitter. Right, and the second paragraph says, company securities, Mr. Musk agrees that for so long as Mr. Musk is serving on the board and for 90 days thereafter, Mr. Musk will not either alone or as a member of a group become the beneficial owner of more than 14.9% of the company's common stock outstanding at such time, including for these purposes, economic exposure through derivative securities, swaps, and hedging transactions. So like I said before, but now people are saying this opens the door for a more hostile takeover because now he can buy as many stocks as he wants and he can throw more of his muscle around, his financial muscle around.
No, that's
Twitter.
That would be the gangster business move to make.
Yeah.
But if he was just in it for money,
right,
then the gangster move would be to just get inside and make that money because 9% or 9% of the companies.
Yeah.
That's a hefty. Not that he needs more money to begin with. You watched Winning Time last night?
Oh yeah, it was really good.
And the whole scenario with the Magic Johnson situation where Nike, an upstart company, was trying to offer
really
him.
good, yeah.
If you didn't see it, you just got to see it. They was offering all these other companies.
He's told this story publicly.
Yeah, he's told this story publicly. All these other companies were offering him money. $100,000, blah, blah, blah.
No, there wasn't going. There was like 70,000, 80,000.
Well, he wound up signing for 100.
Yeah, and that was like a big deal.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Back then, in 1979, for a young kid, that's a big. The 19-year-old kid, that's a big deal. Nike shows up. They have upstart company. They have nothing but this sample sneaker in their hand. And Phil Knight told him. He said, "Well, Magic said, well, how much you gonna give me?" He said, "Nothing." He said, "I'm gonna give you $1."
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna give you 18 cents a share.
Yeah, he's 100,000 shares at 18 cents.
Yeah, 100,000 shares at 18 cents. And Magic turned that down. And it's easy for us to play Monday morning quarterback now and revisit it, but that would have been today worth $5-point-something billion.
Yeah, that
he
hurts.
said Michael Jordan would have been making him so much money.
Yeah.
So understanding it in hindsight, he regrets it, but he was 19. And so we speak a lot about these deals a lot of these young rappers sign, or a lot, and they're young. Because I'm gonna be honest, at 19 years old, had they offered me $400,000,
you're thinking stock, like what?
And he said he didn't even know what stock was.
Yeah, like what? You giving me? Like, what are you talking about?
Right. So I can't fault him for that because of now Musk is a different beast altogether because he understands all of that. But I just thought that was an interesting breakdown of the story on what could have, should have happened for Magic Johnson.
And things happen for a reason, because who knows? Him signing to Nike, what if that drives Michael Jordan somewhere else?
Not only that, would they have been able, because Bird had already signed to Converse. That whole, I remember the campaign well, Bird against Magic, with Magic sneaker, and it was Bird sneaker, it was in green, and they was able to run a sneaker campaign, and then Isaiah got his, and Dr. J got his, and they was all on the Converse. So that whole campaign may have faltered because the Magic Bird competition is what saved the NBA. Then came Jordan after that with Mars, Blackman, and the campaign behind that was incredible, and Nike became what it became at that point. But I believe at that point, Phil Knight might have had a little bit more leverage because Michael still ain't made $5 billion.
You mean
Michael?
Oh, right, yeah.
He still ain't make $5 billion, so whatever deal he cut was a different animal altogether. But yep, that's the way it goes.
Crazy. That hurts.
Crazy stuff.
That hurts.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Real quick before we go to commercial break, I want to send our condolences to a young young girl from the Bronx. She was leaving high school the other day. She got shot and killed as a result of being into some like crossfire. She wasn't there.
Yes,
And
two other people were also shot.
two other people were also shot. One was shot in the leg. One was shot in the butt, I think. And she passed away. This young girl passed away. I don't want to say she was 16 years old, so I don't want. But she was actually the student of one of my good friends, and my friend Maisha Tell, who's actually in my book.
Wow.
Who has in her school, she has a girls group. She calls it the girls group.
Got you.
Where she mentors young girls and things like that. And this is one of her students, and she passed away the other day. So
yeah, man. And when I saw that pretty young girl, 16 years old, you're coming home from school, and it's over. This is what I mean by we need something has to be done, because they got these ghost guns.
Yeah.
That's where they buy bits and pieces of guns and assembling them on 3D machines, and these guns are firing untraceable guns and with no skill and no training. So you got these young kids with guns who don't know how to fire them, and they're just firing them into crowds and hitting everybody but the people they intended to hit. And I mean, you're a parent. You send your daughter to school, and you hear that kind of news, and it's devastating.
There was actually another young girl who from Mount Vernon who was stabbed. She passed away. There was a peace rally in Mount Vernon that happened today as a result of her passing as well. She was a cheerleader, and there was a parade outside for the team going undefeated, and something happened, and she wound up getting stabbed. She was an honor roll student. It's sad.
It's very sad.
These stories like this, because you're just like, damn, man, like, you leaving school, you know what I mean?
You leaving school, man.
Leaving school.
You've done nothing wrong. You ain't hanging out with a bad crowd.
Yeah.
You're not, or you found out she's a gangbanger or nothing. This is a great kid, and the fact that one of the people who you wrote about in your book, I know she's feeling it. So we definitely want to send our deepest condolences, because anybody who takes the extra time to care for young women and things of that nature, that's tough. So they're all going to need a little bit of therapy for that.
Yeah. All right. We'll go to commercial break.
Yes.
And we shall return.
And we are back.
Thank you guys for joining, and shouts out to our new advertisers for this month.
Yes.
Got some new commercials. I know y'all seen them.
Some new heat.
Seen them.
You synced it. And we'll start interviewing probably Thursday.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
And put some of them on not in the hot seat, but, get to know these people on a personal level.
Yes, so now, when you see these commercials, you see like, oh, okay, like that was for, her grandmother. That product was
yes.
an ode to, this.
It's always a story. It's always a story somewhere involved, or there should be a story behind what it is that you're doing, and we all have a story to tell.
Yes.
So I'm always excited to hear what inspired people to do what they do.
And real quick, since we don't have a show tomorrow, happy birthday to my mom.
Shout out moms.
Shout out to moms.
Shout out moms. Yep. Mama Malcolm. Shout her out.
So go see her tomorrow. I don't know. Cook dinner. I don't know. We're gonna have fun.
Yeah, go have some fun. Yep. She loved to see the babies and and then all that good stuff. So yep. Nice.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So there were I think 20-something rappers or 20-something gang members in the Bronx who got swept up in this big case. It was called Operation Drilly, and the cops obviously they used music videos, lyrics, and things like that to connect everybody to 32 crimes, shootings, stabbings over a 3-year period. They were part of the G-Side/Drilly gang. I don't know where that is located. I think, okay, it said Bedford Park and Fordham neighborhoods. Okay. And as a result of that, a bunch of people got arrested, got swept up, and everything. And it's always funny because rappers, like they put everything in their lyrics, everything in their videos, openly claim these gangs, and then wonder why the cops just know everything that they did ever.
You can't live your raps.
Yeah.
And you got to be on some Pusha T-ish, where you're not really living your raps.
Pusha T living. You're a hater.
He's not living those raps.
Yeah, obviously he's not living his raps.
I mean, them raps are intricate, detailed. He not living those raps.
This is true.
Right? So you got to be able to know the difference. Because if you actually doing it.
Yes.
And then you're going to jail. It's no other way around it. You're actually doing it. You're filming it. You're recording it. You're rapping about it. You're putting the details in there about it. You're going to jail.
Yeah.
Just a matter of time. 5-Year-Old has a new album out. Have you got a chance?
5-Year-Old. 5-Year-Old. I did listen to it, and it was okay.
Just okay? Nothing?
Yeah, it was okay. Nothing really spoke to me. I liked like maybe 2 songs on it. It's like 17 song tracks.
Okay.
I was really...
I got to, the weekend is usually when I pop that in. I just was busy this weekend. Didn't really get a chance.
Yeah, and I really tried. I was like, I'm going to give it... Because I was hearing some of his features lately, and he's gotten noticeably better
with his features.
Yes. I said, okay, maybe his album... And he said Kanye's executive producing. He has some features, like some really important features on there. I'm like, maybe he... stepped up, and this is like his coming out party, like his first album. It was okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't really impressed.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Just want to throw that out there. I'm not sure if there's any young people listening and can speak to 5-Year-Old's level of expertise as an artist. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So, real quick, speaking of music, 6ix9ine, he's like back. He did a video snippet. He put it on social media. He was with a bunch of dudes.
I saw he had a mask on, like a blue.
Yeah, and now apparently he was with some Brooklyn Crips, and as a result of that, they got their neighborhood spray painted with rat infested on like they sidewalks and stuff like that. And I'm just like, but here's the thing too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm actually very confused as to how the dudes he was with, how they allow themselves to be seen with him. You get what I'm saying? Like, listen, something has to be more important than money, bro. I'm sorry.
No, these dudes want to be on TV.
That's crazy.
And filmed so bad that they will let a known rat come amongst them so they could be in the video, or they all ops. I'm going down a straight line. Either they all ops, or they all want to be on TV. The cameras are so addictive.
Yeah.
That at any cost, I want to be seen.
Like, I don't care how much money. Like, come on. Like, something has to be more important than whatever he's paying you, because it's probably crumbs, too.
Yeah. Because he ain't got much.
Apparently.
And he's trying to rebuild. Now he's a crip.
Ah, man. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. That's embarrassing.
That's super embarrassing.
Those dudes in that neighborhood should be embarrassed. That's what I'm going to say.
I bet you, I'm willing to bet that ain't none of them dudes from that neighborhood. I'm willing to bet they flew all of those guys in.
Probably. Hopefully.
Shot the video to appear, because this is all about appearance.
Yeah.
And appear that he back in Brooklyn. That might have been a green screen.
I don't think it was a green screen. But
Might have been.
I think it was a green screen.
Well, why not? Might have been.
Nah, because, I mean, I saw them walking to the spot.
And
No.
green screens,
No.
they do amazing things with green screens. Now, and this planted in there, and all of these dudes is actors.
Somebody said, no, one of them was from my hood. See? Yeah, there you go.
All right, now you're going to mess up my theory here.
There you go.
All right, well. Okay.
Embarrassing.
All right, yeah, that is embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Sure enough.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
So there was a case where the governor from Michigan, where they arrested, I think, 6 dudes who they said were plotting to kidnap her as a result.
The governor, right?
Yes, the governor of Michigan. They were plotting to kidnap her, and it was a bomb threats and something like that. And as a result, two guilty. 2 pled guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Other 2 were found not guilty, and other 2 mistrial.
Okay.
Right? And it was found that the person who kind of like orchestrated it was already a FBI informant.
Oh.
And was instructed to kind of rile these dudes up. So then they argued that that's entrapment. That's clearly
clearly entrapment. But you know how many black men are in jail because of that same tactic?
Rich and Whitmore, yeah.
Same tactic. Get you involved, get you to do something. They walk. Y'all go in jail together. They back out.
Yep.
And you are stuck and want to know what the hell happened and how the feds knew as much as they knew. So that is a form of entrapment.
That's clear. That's like textbook entrapment.
Yep.
So a lot of those dudes got off. And I remember I told you a lot of there's a couple people who got off from the January 16th because they were trying to tie that into January 6th as well.
Right.
People got off from the January 16th because they saying the cops they opened the door for us. So the law enforcement, FBI, they got a lot of explaining to do right now.
And they're not going to explain it because they have you looking at Donald Trump as the reason he spearheaded this.
Yeah.
So they're just going to gloss over. This is what I mean by you can train your brain to see what the hell you want to see. Mm-hmm. You really can. Gloss over the fact that the police was heavily involved with that. It was no way them people could have had access to what they had if there wasn't an inside job. Let's gloss over all of that. And let's say Trump spearheaded this from a designated location. And that's a more easier narrative to go with. And you just,
Remember, they were trying to get his cell phone records. And then at first, when the records came out, they said that there was 6 hours missing from his cell phone records.
I remember.
But then they said, then it came out like a couple days later. And as this was happening, CNN, MSNBC, everybody's like, this is new Richard Nixon. Because you remember during the Watergate, there was a Watergate situation. There was a lot of like audio missing. Like that was clearly like taken out.
Yes.
This one, they were just like, he just wasn't using his phone.
Right. Absolutely. Then they try to say he had a burner phone.
Yeah, it's like, come on, bro. Like, how we keep falling for the same thing?
Yeah.
Getting mad at somebody else or making like, placing the blame over here. The woman, the White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, today she actually acknowledged inflation today for the first time because they've been trying to kind of get past
dance around that.
Yeah, just get an electric car or the economy is great right now. She said something about the records coming out about high inflation, right? Then she called it the Putin price hike. Again, placing blame 3,000 miles across the.
She called it the Putin price hike.
The Putin price hike. Yes.
Wow. Somebody somewhere behind the scenes came up with that.
Hell yeah.
You go watch these little movies, and somebody said just call it the Putin price hike.
Hell yeah.
And the people will fall for it.
I know she can't wait to quit her job though.
She should have been quit a long time ago.
I know she can't.
You can't
wait.
pay me enough to sit
bro,
there.
Just be lying
And
all day.
I'm just lying.
All day.
Bob. Yeah, look, Bob. That's not what
I
happened.
wouldn't be able to do it, bro.
Jen. Yeah. Listen, I mean, this was the Putin price hike. It's not Biden. Tony from CNN. Yeah, it's all day. Nothing but lies.
Did you hear Biden lying the other day?
No.
Oh, he was. he was with. I think it was Friday. He was with Ketanji Brown Jackson. He's with Kamala Harris.
Oh yeah. She made the statements. Is that what she made the statements
about her?
This is the African dream.
Yeah, the ancestors.
The
slave's dream or something.
Slave's dream. Yeah.
Yeah, but he said something about him being with the president of China at the foot of the Himalayan mountains. He jumbled a bunch of words and he was just like, just. He kept going. I was just like, yo, we are a clown show. What happened?
Yes, you follow Biden. Yes.
Yeah.
He's slow. Yes.
He is.
I know you're American. You're American. Biden, he say one thing, they say something else. He sleep, yeah. He touch the girls, yeah. That's how they look at us now.
Somebody said, real quick, we were talking about music, right? We were talking about how the rappers are getting caught up for their lyrics. So there was another study, and it said about 60% of all like the top songs have some reference to some type of harmful substance.
Okay.
60%. I think it got to be more than that.
It's probably more than that.
It has to be
That's
more
a
than that.
conservative amount.
I think they only pulled that from like white pop music, if that's the case.
Yeah, because every song from these brothers, not every, but you know what I mean, the mainstream dudes, it's all bad. And then we want to know why we're manifesting these horrors is because we're manifesting these horrors. These sorcerers, they understand the magic of the muse and the word and the vibration of the word and the frequency of word coupled with intention and videos and energy that goes into it with enough people chanting it. Dude, we are creating, we're the architects of the chaos we're sitting in, and we're honoring these same rappers who are destroying it's mud. I told you we're in cosmic sludge right now, and the music has a lot to do with it, and it's hard for me at times to sit up here because I love the art form, but what has taken place in the art form I have no love for. It's just and we keep that. This is what I mean. It's another example of how we see the things we want to see. Mm-hmm. Jay-Z and Diddy and Dr. Dre and Snoop, these are heroes. But look at their track record of the music they've put out as a collective. You know what I'm saying? From the signature, from the beginning, is all negative. Now, sure, they have reaped the benefits and become positive in finances and all that, but they left a trail, and that trail continues to go. And Snoop came on the stage with women on dog chains. We act like we forget that. Dr. Dre's music, first of all, he beat up D from Pump It Up. Oh, yeah. Jay-Z sold more crack than anybody. Diddy is the only one who hasn't sold crack, or, you know what I mean? But, he actually kills people.
Allegedly.
So
I thought he was getting out unscathed.
Yeah. Shit. So and that's just to name a few, right?
Yeah.
And when you pair them up against the J. Coles and the Kendrick Lamars who are trying their best to right these wrongs, it's an uphill battle. It's a real uphill battle when 85% of the population want to hear that music. They want to hear that, that music that does something for their soul. And so, it is what it is.
Gotcha.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
So another day, day, Florida makes me want to move down there. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, what are they doing now in Florida?
So Governor Ron DeSantis, he signed into law that will support programs that encourage involved fatherhood in Florida.
All right, clap that up. And give me some of the details of the plan.
So it's a $70 million initiative that will provide resources for educational and mentorship programs to help children, father, and families in the state through the Department of Juvenile Justice and the Department of Children and Families. And they will help mentor at-risk youth through new programs such as barbershop talks, fatherhood classes, and things like that. I like that.
No, I like that on the surface.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, that's all I can do is give you my opinion about on the surface. I can't dig deep to find out. But what that says is we just assume you know how to be a father. A lot of these kids didn't have fathers growing up. So they just hit the streets. They make babies. That's the easy part, to make babies. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just think about what it took for you to get here, man. You had to beat out 7 billion
I don't want to think about it.
Other sperm cells.
I don't want to think about it.
Eli beat them out with his walker.
True,
he was in my sperm sack with his walker and beat 7 billion. God damn it.
It's true.
This is special shit.
It's true.
To get here. Now you're here, and now you're on your own.
Yeah.
We've already told you about the penguins and shit. And, how they're on their own. But to create these mentorship programs that allow young fathers to identify and deal with the issues, I think that's only going to help. And as the governor, he's probably going, we got to solve this problem at its root.
Remember, we just put up a poll last week, and we asked somebody, if you were the mayor of New York City, like, how would you fix the situation? Would it be more policing, more jobs, more resources for mental health? And I got a lot of different answers. Because people just see the problem, so it's such a multifaceted problem trying to fix, a city or a state, and you as a governor, you have the responsibility of trying to do something.
And you can't just put a Band-Aid on it. It's got to start at the core. I got probably a lot of young black men coming out of correctional facilities who need a fresh start, and if that's the case, on the surface, I got to clap that up. Don't at me, Doc, I don't know anything. All I know is he started a new program for young fathers, and young fathers who need that help should go get that help.
And Tony Dungy was in the background of that picture. I don't know if you peeped.
Oh, no, I didn't even peep the picture.
Yeah.
Oh, that is Tony Dungy.
Tony Dungy, yeah.
I like Tony Dungy.
Facts.
Very religious man, but I like him, yeah.
That is true.
But what's the why you have something against
No, I forgot. I'm just forgotten about that.
Yeah, he's very religious.
Yeah. Yo, time out. Side note, do you know the USFL is starting, I think, in 2 weeks?
Ask me, do I give a shit? I mean,
it's football. I don't know.
Yeah, who the hell is going to be playing? Dude, why would I watch amateur football?
You watch college football?
That's different. These are young kids who trying to get it, they got a dream. These other niggas is washed. These niggas is washed. It's the dream college. It's the pros. I made it. Yeah. Then it's the washed up niggas. These niggas is washed. I dealt with a little bit, crime. But I'm still good. Not all of them are washed. Some of them need second chances.
Yeah.
But most of them is washed. And somebody should let you know, bro, you ain't got it now. It's over. So I'm not gonna watch a bunch of washed.
So you gonna watch baseball?
I never watch baseball.
Okay.
Me and Eli's
playoffs is happening. Though.
Yeah, me and Eli's show ends when baseball season really takes off. Now Freddie loves baseball.
Yeah.
That's his thing. Me and Eli ride this to the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
And we go, all right, see you next season. And that's it. And we don't come back until football kicks in.
Which is MLB playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we'll come in on the and baseball playoffs, act like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's the way me and Eli's show goes. No other way around that. Sorry about that.
See somebody go Tampa Bay Bandits. See, they watching the USFL.
Yeah, they washed. They're washed. I'm not gonna watch all the mistakes out there, blown coverages.
You really appreciate pro football when you see just like really just bottom tier.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh my God, bro.
Not gonna do it, Monique. Not gonna do it.
That's funny.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So remember we spoke about the guy who led the Amazon labor union, right? He beat them in court. He got like the Amazon workers to vote yay for a union. Now Amazon is saying that the vote was tainted by the National Labor Board, and they listed 25 objections and accusing organizers from the ALU and Amazon Labor Union of intimidating workers to vote for the union. So
well, now they're on the offensive.
Yeah.
You know that's gonna happen.
Exactly.
And I worry about them two guys because you don't gloat in the face of superpowers. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We did it. You was on the moon and we was down here kicking ass. Take your victories, be humble, but you know for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And if you think Bezos and them are just going to sit by idle while you begin a process of starting a goddamn revolution.
Yeah.
Because one union here, that union, next thing you know, you just tore my company down. Mm-hmm. I had a good thing going where I was just paying you Negroes to work long hours with no real benefits.
No bathroom breaks.
No bathroom breaks unless I'm monitored. You got to pee on yourself. You got to have a little bottle with you and shit. Blah, 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 blah. And, you know, come on. Now I got to pay you and give you bathroom breaks and a decent lunch? Why would I do that? So now this is war. And so they got to be careful in how they go about being on camera.
Yeah, they have to. They have to be so just militant in how they move now. You know what I mean? Like with the women they're around, they have to be, because like now Amazon has the money to lay so many traps for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
First they could get you like whatever you've always did in your life. Right?
Yes.
Your digital footprint. They get all of that stuff, and now I can send women at you. You good now?
Dude, my money is so long.
Yeah, they could do so much.
I can catch you with a gun. It's so many different things because them dudes look like they're straight from the hood.
I don't want to say that.
Not meaning, you know, they had some swag about them. Like we not nerds. They didn't look like, nerds who were studying law.
Yeah.
These dudes look like they're from the hood.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's very tactical how you have to move about when you're dealing with superpowers.
Yeah, because Starbucks, how it shows, the one who started Starbucks, they brought him back because there were a couple unions that are being started in Starbucks, and he's just like, nah. He's like famous for union busting and things like that, and he was completely against it. So now he's back trying to get that, bust up the unions that
absolutely
are in place.
And there are tactics in place for that.
And then what's going to happen is too, because he said something fly during the conference. He said companies are under assault, something like that, by these people who start in unions. So that's a dog whistle to other billionaire CEOs,
yes,
who have a bunch of workers, and they're going like, listen, this happened here, this might happen to you. So it's going to be a long fight.
Yep.
Between the workers and the people in charge. And Biden said something fly like, we're always for the workers and Amazon, you're next. But mind you, Bezos funds a lot of. He does. But Biden does. Especially a lot of the good press because he owns the Washington Post.
But it looks good to go out there and make it appear that you're for the little man.
Yeah.
You know damn well you ain't for the little man. Somebody said you're going to need to wear Depends on that job. Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly. So, and if you go to China, you can't even jump out the window.
Yeah, some last person, why do companies have issues with unions? See, I asked this question, but I asked a similar question to that last week. I asked, why would other people, why would workers have a problem with union? Why would you vote against it? Because it seems to be in your interest. But unions protect the workers. You know what I'm saying? You get to demand things of your employer, better working situations, safer equipment, safer surroundings, and things like that. So unions are supposed to be be.
But the wrong union, and a lot of them could be corrupt and things of that nature too. But how's that any different than anything else that goes on in America? Politics and this and that. So for the most part, I've seen the union protect some people that had no chance, and the union swoop in, working for transit, and the union swoop in and do some amazing things. So it is beneficial when you start talking about your rights and what a company could just do to you, and you have no recourse. You can't even go to HR.
Yeah.
Because they'll just fire you and act like you didn't exist. You know what I mean? So it's very important, I think, to have some form of union, or these companies should be held accountable. I don't care if it's from an independent source. They need to be held accountable for some of their work practices.
Yeah, especially these huge ones.
Especially these huge ones.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, the thing in Ukraine is still happening with Russia.
The thing.
Yeah, still happening with Russia. There was a press conference in China, and the person was like getting his speech translated, and he basically said that there's a lot of misinformation coming from the West and from the United States specifically that stoked the flames of this Ukraine issue. So it's crazy because these are things that we understand that. Like, we understand, like, the problem. We understand the chess moves that are being made, but they would never say it on TV, right?
Right.
Usually. Like, back in the day, 10 years ago, 10, 15 years, they just wouldn't. It just would be an open secret that amongst the community would have to be spread. But now, I'm telling you, it just takes 2 weeks.
That's it.
2 or 3 weeks, and then people just coming out with it like, yo, that is America's fault, and y'all only there because of this, or y'all are knowingly posting propaganda.
You got 2 weeks to spread your lie.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's ball game.
The ground, like, literally erodes from under you.
Yep, 2 weeks now. Maybe three. And you hope that the people have moved on to something else, but if not, it is what it is. But again, that's the quickening. That's the era in which we're in. And,
Yeah, somebody said the UK, Boris Johnson, the UK Prime Minister, he went out to Ukraine. Mind you, the president was out there. Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, was out there, and the UK Prime Minister. They were on the ground in Ukraine. So mind you, it's supposed to be this super devastating, world-ending war,
and they on the ground.
And y'all were able to meet, not on Skype or Zoom or something like that. Y'all were able to meet face to face.
Yeah.
So, it's a lot of propaganda and photo ops happening. And I saw a tweet. Somebody said, "Yo, it doesn't like." Bug y'all out that a president is taking all these pictures during war, in the middle of war.
Yeah. Just go straight down the line on those, baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll take another commercial break.
Will we? Yeah, we will.
We'll be back.
And we will.
Have your questions ready, too.
Have those questions ready. So, you want to know what we do and how we do it? Well, we got a step-by-step booklet for you to get to keep your game on track.
Yes, so we are introducing the Family Business course, right? Where we're teaching 4 different components on running an online family business. That's podcasting, YouTube, self-publishing, and t-shirt printing.
And we also have a bonus course.
We do. We also have a bonus course teaching how to build your own membership.
Yes.
And how we were able to build our own as well, step by step. Line by line, we teach you even how to make the actual software for the membership. We teach you how to do all of that stuff.
Crazy,
right? And an extra bonus is I threw in the ebook to Urban Excellence along with the video interviews. Never before seen the footage.
Drop the mic.
Never before seen footage. And the reason why I did that is because I want to show families the 11 stories of people who also created their own businesses as well, who also overcame trials and tribulations as well. And I think it's all relevant to, building your family business. So that's what we want you to go get.
We have a free ebook. It's absolutely free. And we have free online training, a free mini course to get you started.
Yes.
We recommend that you download, hit the link below, get the free ebook.
Yes.
Take the free training, and then take that leap. And we're going to be here every step of the way.
Yes. So hit the link below and visit www.urbanx.nyc/family. Or just hit the link below.
Peace.
Hello, wealthy family. This is Shanell, the Ascending Infinite Goddess, and I am happy to announce that I am back and in full effect, ready to work with you on your spiritual journey. Whether you're looking to balance your chakras with an infusion of Reiki energy, or you're looking to connect with your spirit team with an angel oracle reading and get some clarification or confirmation on your love life or your career, finances, or just life in general. Or perhaps you're looking for a non-judgmental, safe space to receive some mental ease, I am here to help you. So be sure to visit my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com. See all the services that I provide. Get to know me a little bit better. And also, feel free to visit my YouTube channel, Ascending Infinite Goddess, and see hundreds of videos that I have available for free to help you on your spiritual journey. Until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.
I feel big, like Bigfoot big. Like,
Tell me, what do you notice about your body?
claws.
Your feet?
They look big.
What are you wearing?
Fur.
What else do you notice?
Just like woods. My eyes are kind of green, yellowish. Kind of cat eyes.
What color are you?
Brown. And I'm so loud. I'm strong. I'm like roaring. I see an animal. I feel like an animal. I feel ancient.
Looking at the moon at the top of this mountain. What's happening there with you?
I'm about to hunt.
Tell me what happens next.
Something attacks me. It seems really big. It's like dragon. It's got huge claws, wings, greenish. It looks kind of translucent. I see fire. I feel scared. There's other animals coming now, like a big bobcat. I'm just laying there.
What are these other animals doing?
They're eating me.
We're back.
We are back.
Shouts out to the chat. Shouts out to our advertisers.
Yes, thank you for hanging out with us on this slow Monday.
Yeah. Even though I still think we're having a great show right now.
Oh no, we making it. We making it through, man. We're making it through.
So guys, we always forget. Don't forget to join our text list.
Yes.
So you can know when we go live and things like that. The number is 917-810-3077. You can type Urban X to 917-810-3077.
Yes.
Right? And if you would like the link to the ebook, type family to that same number.
Absolutely.
All right?
And we'll send you the free ebook. I see Aaris is saying she's going to start a t-shirt business for her son. I think that's a great idea. Teach him some business concepts, principles, and let him know that there are opportunities for him to control his own budget.
Yeah.
You tired of mommy giving you allowance. It's ways to go out and get it. Put your ideas down. There's so many avenues for that. So that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So I don't know if you guys heard, but Juicy Smoulier released a new track.
I heard it's some heat.
Okay.
I heard he got some heat out on the streets, bro.
It's called Thank You God. And in, the lyrics, he basically said, they're like, why would I do this? Why would I ruin my reputation? And everybody was against me. And shouts out to the people who believed in me and stuff. Yeah, I gotta commend him, bro. Like, he is going down.
He's going down with
the lie.
He's going down.
That is impressive.
That's the way you're supposed to go down. You go down with that lie.
That is impressive.
And I just heard a little bit of the track. Smooth.
Yeah.
It's a little smooth. I don't know what they're talking about, but it's smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like.
And some of the proceeds are going where?
To the Rainbow Coalition and a couple other places. He said every cent of what he makes from that song is going to like 3 different organizations. Yeah.
Well, all right. And what's the name of it? Thank You God.
Thank You God. Yes.
Thank You God by Juicy Smoulier.
By Juicy Smoulier. I don't know how he brought God into this, but
Okay, he brought God into this. Not the 2 Nigerians he paid to beat him up.
He had rehearsed. Punch me this way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So remember we spoke about the 14-year-old kid who passed away from the ride.
Yes.
So there's a rapper. His name was YK Osiris, I think it was. He promised to pay, I think, like $15,000.
I've heard of that name before, YK Osiris.
He promised to pay like $15,000 for the funeral, and then the mother came out and said, well, he lied about that. Then he came out and like showed, I guess, a screen recording of him paying $15,000 to GroupMe, and apparently it takes GoFundMe a while to process those large payments. So I don't know who's telling the truth.
Okay. Let's hope he's telling the truth. Let's hope.
Yeah.
Because bad with that girl did was terrible.
We spoke about that, right?
We did. That was
man.
People have no kind of scruples on what they're willing to do to make money, and you know what I'm saying, and clout. So let's hope YK Osiris, because I've heard of the name before. Let's hope he's holding to his word that he's going to help. I think they buried him this weekend. Okay, I think they did.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
So somebody in the chat mentioned earlier, and we spoke about this, this new stealth variant that's going around. Now, do you think with how everybody is now, everybody's open, we're going to restaurants now, we're going to games now, everybody's going outside, everybody's maskless. Do you think it'll be easy for them to pull the same thing that they originally pulled back in 2020?
No, because the mindset of the people, I think, is different.
Right.
So I think to get people back, you mean like lock people back down?
Yes.
Nothing. But I gotta say this too, the masses are asses, bro. So a lot of them would probably just go back inside like herd, sheeple.
I don't know.
There's a defiant portion of the population that's not going for it no more. Like, what can you tell me about this? You already said natural immunity defeats this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've already said that. Mm-hmm. I've already seen the doctors in New York. Now they pivoted. Everything is pivoted now. Most people who come down with so-and-so survive. But, so now they moved off this was a death sentence to now you survive. So I don't know how you convince people that the newer variant is so deadly unless there's going to be mass killings. The only thing that could even get people, there would have to be people just dropping dead in the street. And I'm not putting that past your government to do that. That's the only way, because people are not just going back in. People are not doing it, bro.
Because it's just like, how, bro? Like, because you want us to worry about food shortages, war, COVID again. Like, I don't see people just kind of just caring anymore. Like, it gets to the point, like,
I think chaos would ensue to some degree. Like, enough is, because you can't continue, and this is just my humble opinion, you can't continue to press people, bro. You pressing people, you got people up against the wall, now you're talking a whole bunch of stuff, food shortages, war, alien invasion, new variants. You constantly keep, and people are gonna get enough of this and go, we're tired of it. So this could lead to chaos in the streets. That's just my humble opinion. Because if you're going to go back inside, and that's going to lead to suicide, that's going to lead to a whole bunch of different things that are taking place, I don't know. I don't know if I can go through that again. I really don't.
Exactly.
Just giving you my honest opinion.
Exactly. And let's start taking some questions, though.
Yes.
I saw another question. Did you hear about Los Angeles County voting to suspend flights to Florida and Texas because of their homophobic views? No, really?
No, and if you start taking it there, then those are going to be huge issues. Oh my God. Now I can't fly somewhere because of their personal. I got family in Florida.
Bro, listen.
I may be with the gay community. I can't fly because their state has a certain stance, bro.
Bro, listen. This is getting. It's bordering. It's not bordering anymore. This is crazy.
This is insane.
This is crazy. Like, I don't know what we're living in anymore, because why is that even a thing? Like, why do we care so much about what the other people think? Like, we have to trace this back. I don't know if you could do it in the chat, but we have to trace it back. When did this start to where what you think I'm supposed to be mad about what you think about me. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about Kid Creole.
Yeah, we spoke about that.
From the Hall of Fame rap group getting 25 years for manslaughter.
Yeah. Somebody said, what's your thoughts on Reggie Wright Jr. exposing Corrupt on Clubhouse for sleeping with a 13-year-old? I didn't know nothing about that.
I didn't hear anything about that.
See, I didn't even know people still went on Clubhouse. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah. I went on there one day, and I'm like, I'm good.
And that was when you had to get invited. So
I felt privileged and shit. Somebody said, "What's up with those old school lectures, Malcolm?"
Ooh, listen, we got so much, but you're right.
Stop it.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. It'll be up.
Stop making excuses.
It'll be up. No more excuses.
Yep.
No more excuses. You're right. Somebody said
they're gonna start calling people pedophobic. Wow, Yamaha Staples. That'd be crazy. You pedophobic. Wow, that's deep.
Somebody said, do you think we should learn how to profit off the metaverse, even though it has wicked plans for the? Of course. However, I think, and this is just my opinion. I think all the companies that were pushing, the metaverse and things like that, they didn't even know what they were going to do with it. That's why it hasn't really picked up any steam. Remember, for a good 3 months, that's all people were talking about. That was going to be the next thing. It's over for everything else.
But do you think the Facebook collapse had something to do with that?
So I think Facebook
killed the momentum of people.
I think Facebook jumped the gun. Because they were going through so many different scandals, data leaks, all these different things. They had a very bad reputation. So what happened was they said, let's show them what we got. We were working on the metaverse.
Right. And they jumped the gun.
And it had no real landing spot for the launch.
Okay. I can, somebody said, what do I think about the mayor, Eric Adams, getting COVID on his 100th day in office? Interesting. Because, that's always the first milestone. First 100 days, how's he doing? He stepped into a war zone. He's going to take the blame for a lot of this.
Yeah.
But this is going to get bad. It's getting worse every day. Kids are shooting kids, like I said, with ghost guns. It's really bad. A 61-year-old woman got shot in her back. She was killed last week on her way home from work, just minding her business. It's bad.
Biden, he signed something today regarding new regulations for guns and things like that, background checks, and
they're always doing. But the NRA is so strong in their stance of your right to carry weapons that it's a back and forth argument that's been going on for 40 years.
That's true. More questions. How can you expose someone with a disgusting secret you kept for years? Yeah, that's always a good point.
Yeah.
That's always a good point. I read this book. I just finished reading this book called Courage is Calling. I think it's called by Ryan Holiday. And at the end of the book, because he wrote his book and he had a bunch of different stories from a historical point of view of just acts of courage, right? And at the end, he detailed a moment that he had himself could have stepped up to the plate and been courageous, and he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But what he did was save his own ass.
Gotcha.
But then he said, looking back, I could have really made a difference and done something, right? He had somebody, his boss, big CEO for American Apparel, as a matter of fact, gave him a bunch of nude photos of some girl who was suing him to leak those. He goes, I'm not gonna be a part of that. And then he left, right? He was still working there, and the news still got leaked. So he going damn, I saved my own self. I felt good for not doing it, but I didn't do the complete right thing.
Yes.
So you sitting on these secrets of somebody sleeping with a 13-year-old, somebody just doing just wild stuff, and not doing anything about it, not saying anything earlier.
Yeah.
That's not.
Well, a lot of it boils down to leverage.
Yeah.
You're holding that for leverage for some reason. For instance, you got guys who know, me and you go commit a crime. You my stand-up dude. You don't say nothing for 10 years. And then you get yourself in a tight situation. And then you go, I can share something with you.
Yeah.
So you never really out of the woods when it comes to that. Somebody asked me what was my favorite podcast episode. I'm going to say when Noble was born.
Oh, I wasn't here for that one.
I'm going to say when it was such a joyous time.
I wasn't here for
Me
that
and Marcus kind of hung out. And, we really had a good time. That was very happy, proud grandparent moment for me. So I would say that show. Yeah.
That's dope. I don't know what my favorite one was.
Where did you guys get your T-shirt machine? I'm very interested in getting one. Contact us at UrbanX.
Info at UrbanX.NYC.
Info at UrbanX.M. Yeah, whatever Malcolm just said.
Info at UrbanX.
Because there's a different scale
Yeah.
of machine. You know, your starter, your intermediate, and your big boys.
Somebody said, is anybody else in the chat fasting? Shouts out to y'all. Oh, CJ Eugene said, Malcolm, do you think owning a trucking company is worth it in this modern world? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because people are still using goods, and those goods need to be transported from point A to B.
I've even heard a politician, I don't know who it was, the people in the chat will help me, that if all of Congress stopped working, that's fine. But if the trucks in this country stop working, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, somebody said I'm on a 40-day fast.
C. Diggs.
C. Diggs.
Gangster.
Huh?
What?
Tell us like a juice fast, a water fast. Says C. Diggs can manifest herself right here, right now.
She levitated.
Levitating this bitch.
Yeah.
So let us know what kind of fast that is, because not only is Ramadan here, but it's always good to fast.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in intermittent fasting. Every other day, give your body a chance to rest. But people have a number of ways to go about it.
Intermittent fasting is dope. That's easier.
Yes.
Yeah, listen, that podcast was all the way off the rails.
Yeah, I was hitting
when
the champ is here.
Oh my God, man. I was in the hospital like,
the champ is here. Yeah, I was wilding. That was a real good show for me.
I was like, what the hell is happening to my show? I'm firing everybody when I get back.
Everybody's gone when I get back. Yep, Elon Odyssey came. That was a good one. Yeah.
More questions, guys. More questions. Before we get up out of here.
More questions.
Listen, I wanted to do an after show, but I just can't. Like, I'm out of it right now.
Malcolm is out of it more than you can imagine. During the breaks, he is twisted right now.
I am out of it.
And it goes to show you the level of commitment here.
Facts. But Thursday, we promise. We got y'all.
Dot, is it wrong to marry someone older than you for a guy? No. How much older? 60 years? 50 years older than you?
Get your bills paid, G.
Yeah, I mean, love is love. I mean, as long as you're not talking something crazy, you 20 and she 57 and shit, You got to recognize the signs of a stroke, and you got to keep her medication in your bag.
Still, love is love.
Yeah, that's true, too.
What's wrong with you?
That's true, too. Yeah.
Somebody said, if Biden catches the new variant, then you know what's about to happen.
Absolutely.
They trying to, because what
6 years older, that's not bad.
You'll see is when Biden, if Biden catches it and a few other important people catch it, then you'll start seeing like lines at the
but I heard 24 Congress people have it. Yes.
If that's the case, nobody cares. But if Biden has it, then you might start seeing lines down the block for COVID testing and stuff like. Because if you drive past these trucks now, they just be sitting out there chilling.
Yeah.
They're just collecting money. Like they not doing nothing.
Yeah, they ain't doing much. Malcolm caping for grandma. Are y'all watching the next episode of Ozark? I don't watch that.
I don't watch it. My friends watch it. They love it. So I don't know.
I'm a truck driver. Trucks move this economy. Absolutely. Absolutely is the bloodline of this economy. So yes, if you can get you a trucking business and you know what you're doing, it's a lot of hours unless you're going to have other people driving for you and you take a smaller percentage and you can turn your energy somewhere else. I would definitely look into that.
Y'all like Top Boy? I watched last season. I didn't watch this season, but I did enjoy it.
I don't watch any of that stuff.
I did enjoy it.
I don't have time.
How do we get our podcast class with our membership? A discount with our...
What are they asking?
You're asking for the membership code. You only get the membership code for the full course, but it's in the membership. You can see it. The discount code is in the membership for the course.
Yes.
Do y'all watch Atlanta? No, I do not.
I watched the first season of Atlanta. I thought it was very good. I really did. And it just started going left for me, and I don't have time. I can't run a business
and watch all these shows.
Yeah, I can.
Tough.
It's something's got to give.
Yeah.
Something's got to give, bro. Because I just don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
No disrespect to those who do. I just don't.
And then Noble will be one.
That Howard Styles is going 18 years. It's going pretty good. Thanks for asking, AMG. Peace and blessings. Yep.
But with that being said, guys, listen, thank you for joining us for yet another episode.
Another one.
We appreciate you. We love you. Don't forget to hit the like button before you get up out of here.
They didn't want us to have another show, so we had another show.
Yeah. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to join our text list, 917-810-3077. Don't forget to download the free ebook and get the free training at urbanex.nyc/family. We got a lot of stuff happening. Don't forget to get your hoodies,
your merch,
your shirts at shopurbanex.com. And we appreciate y'all, man. Peace. We will see you guys on Thursday with an after show, I promise.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.